everyone, and welcome back. I hope you're all doing really well. Thank you very much for the recent love on yesterday's video. Absolutely fantastic that we've just hit the 1,000 subscriber milestone. I will be releasing a Discord server for you all to join, or I'll be opening it up very shortly. I'll post that on my Twitter and it'll be via the community tab, and I'll also cover it in the video once that goes live. I hope to see a lot of you in there. Just a nice place for us to sort of chat. Anyway, jumping into this video, as there's a lot more news to cover again today, and I'll also be touching on the off the back of yesterday's video, the estimated APY rewards from someone at the team over at Stader Hbar. If we actually look at the current market overview, absolutely fantastic again on the weekly performance. And if I even flick this over to daily, a lot of stuff is still green on the daily position. You know, a couple of percent up, really good. Hbar is doing very well today, up 2.3%, nearly 7% on the week as well. We can see we're at a weekly high, and we're almost ahead. Well, we are ahead of the on the monthly position, but we're nearly coming back towards that spike we had at the beginning of the month, which is fantastic to see. Still sat at rank 33, and I genuinely believe we are about to have a couple of explosive months ahead, especially as these DeFi applications and dApps begin to roll out. We've got platforms like SAUCERSWAP, we've got NFT projects like 𝗟𝗘𝗙𝗘𝗥𝗥𝗔𝗟𝗦 coming out, we've got Hedera Starter being a DAO and incubator platform. There's so many good projects that are currently being worked on behind the scenes, and they are just waiting, patiently waiting for Hedera to release, or to basically complete the HIP packages for smart contracts 2.0. Once that's finished, I think we'll see a lot of these platforms roll out, and they may be a lot closer than we think. Talking of staking, obviously that was yesterday's video, incredibly bullish on that. To clarify what I said in yesterday's video, my plans are only to stake 25 to say 30% of my tokens initially as the platform goes live, and for a couple of reasons. One being, I expect a lot of other platforms to offer staking. Stader will not be the only platform that offers staking. Some other platforms will come out in the time between its initial launch and the unstake period. Don't forget, you can't unstake until July. Not a problem at all if you're a long-term holder and you're in it for the long term like I am. I'd be happy to leave it in there staked completely, but for me as well, I want to stake on other platforms. For example, I know SAUCERSWAP will probably have a staking measure through their crop circles, etc. I'd probably be able to stake Hbar there and maybe receive other tokens such as Source. So I don't want to have it all just in one platform, if that kind of makes sense. As we get around to the time and I do more videos on it, I'll explain more about what my strategy is. I also want to have a small reserve of Hbar to pick up any NFTs and other projects that come live in the ecosystem. Like I said, this ecosystem is going to flourish very quickly, and it's all going to be fueled by Hbar. So having a nice stack of Hbar available liquidly is really important too. That being said, obviously, Stader Hedera will have liquid staking, but we'll see how far that flexibility really goes. Regardless, incredibly bullish news for the ecosystem. We can see here a great tweet from 𝗟𝗜𝗡𝗞𝗦. He posts really good content over on Twitter as well, so make sure you're following him. But there was a comment from 𝗟𝗘𝗙𝗘𝗥𝗥𝗔𝗟𝗦, who's on the Stader team, and he basically mentioned that it will be competitive with the market at roughly 10% plus. So this is actually a lot more bullish than I initially thought. I was thinking somewhere around 5%. However, it appears that we may end up seeing staking rewards of 10% plus APY, which is absolutely fantastic. And if that is the case, I probably will allocate more Hbar to the pool initially, but this is really bullish news for the ecosystem. I think some of the other ones that are around sort of 10% are like the Cosmos, Atom, and there's a few others around 10%, but few and far between. So absolutely a massive draw for new investment, which is fantastic to see. Flicking over as well, SAUCERSWAP, obviously mentioned them quite a few times recently, but they are actually hosting a giveaway. So if you want to win a free weak nuclear NFT, as well as all the perks and benefits you get with those NFTs, join their Discord server, as they are running a tagline contest. So it's quite buzzy at the moment over in there. Go check that out if you want to have a chance at winning one of those cool NFTs. Talking about alt season or altcoin season and the general movement of the crypto markets, I think we may be entering a different period. If we look at the Bitcoin rainbow chart, which is effectively a logarithmic regression of the price, we can see that towards the halvenings, as we get midway through the cycle, we normally bottom out. Obviously, maybe similar to 2013, but in 2017, for example, we started bottoming out towards the end. It may be that we're doing something similar to 2013, where we see this parabolic run again slightly later into the cycle, with a slightly elongated drop off. Considering we've not had a blow off top yet, this may still end up happening. A blow off top here for Bitcoin could be in the hundreds of thousands of dollars. It could be completely different. At the moment, I don't think anyone can really tell what's going on with the market in general. It's been fairly sideways, as we can see by the Bitcoin price, for the last couple of months, really. That being said, there is new capital flowing into these projects, and projects like Hbar are geared up and ready to explode. I mean, I've said it so many times. As soon as the DeFi and dApps and the ecosystem begins to develop, we will have a serious layer one competitor to other ecosystems like AVAX, Solana, Polygon, all of these layer ones that have a much larger market cap. We will begin drawing a lot of those investors across because of how much faster and scalable Hedera is. Their projects will just run so much better, and be a much bigger thing over on Hedera, I believe. So that's kind of what's happening with Bitcoin. As I mentioned as well, we're still down obviously on the 3-month and the year-to-date position for Hedera. We can see a few people down here in the comments saying that it's looking quite good, to be honest, for Hedera, and I think we'll see some major price appreciation very, very shortly. Flicking over as well, looking at some different news. In terms of crypto adoption, there's a report here from Cointelegraph and there was a poll by KuCoin, and it's 44% of Germans are motivated to invest in crypto as a result of this, which is really interesting because Germany is one of the richest countries and has one of the largest GDPs or economies, not only within the world but within Europe as well. So a report saying that 50% of them are motivated to invest in cryptocurrencies, is really bullish for a company with lots of disposable income, and maybe end up being a trendsetter for Europe in general. We can see there 40% of German crypto investors have been trading cryptocurrencies for over a year, so they've already been exposed for quite a while. Only 60% then of current cryptocurrency users are new to it. And it also says here as well, we've obviously got a bit of a split here, but 70% of the crypto investors are men, while women account for the 53% of the crypto curious, according to Breyer. Again, really interesting stuff, because we see in this general trend towards cryptocurrencies across Europe in general, and this again is massively bullish for adoption. And this will help spike those market caps of projects as well as the overall crypto market cap. Interesting tweet over here by someone called 𝗟𝗚𝗡𝗥, or Dark Defender, sorry, talking about how XRP looks like it's breaking out. Again, I think we're still waiting possibly for the SEC case resolution. I think until that has completely been resolved, it is a far too risky asset for most institutions, so they won't touch it, and a lot of big retail investors like the whales won't touch it either, for that reason, for fear of losing their money. So until the SEC case is finalized, we may still see XRP continue to trade sideways. Don't get me wrong though, once the SEC case is finalized, that's not just bullish for XRP, that is massively bullish for cryptocurrencies in general. And you think law is all based on precedents. If they set a precedence against XRP, that is a seriously harbinger of doom for any new cryptocurrencies in the future that want to be in the similar sort of space of micropayments and remittances. Not just micropayments and remittances, but all other sort of layer one technologies as well that want to integrate into the financial system, be that through payment services like XLM or CBDC development like Hbar. If the SEC wins this case, it makes it very easy for them to shut down those projects very early on without much of a fight because of how law works. XRP winning this is incredibly important for the crypto community in general and will enable these other projects to continue flourishing. Plus, obviously, XRP will probably have a massive breakout once that's happened. So I think we're all waiting very patiently to see the outcome of that, but it's still looking very, very good. Something else I wanted to touch on really quickly as well is ANZ, the first bank to mint an Australian dollar stablecoin, the $ALTSEASON, has launched. Interesting article over here. Unfortunately, it is paywalled. I've managed to sort of get around that for the time being, but it talks about how they minted this coin and how they're working with other partners. And one of the partners they are looking to work with is, of course, Hedera. So this could be the CBDC development or integration with the Australian dollar and in ANZ, which is really, really bullish again for Hedera. I've said it before, I believe they are working on the CBDC development in South Korea, or at least it appears to be that way. And then obviously you've got MTech, who build the CBDC sandboxes utilizing Hedera, and they've been working with a lot of governments in Ghana and have ties to the US Treasury and Fed. So it'd be really interesting to see how that plays out. Maybe we'll see some information about a USD dollar. I know obviously you've got the Digital Pound Foundation as well. So you've got the pound, the Australian dollar, potentially the US dollar. And then if anything happens with the euro becoming a CBDC, will be interesting to see indeed. Anyway, guys, that was kind of it for this video. Like I said, massive thank you for all of those who have subscribed. I hope you're enjoying all of this type of content. There is a lot more coming, so make sure you are subscribed if you're new here. I'll be covering all the sort of dApps and DEXs and how to navigate the Hedera ecosystem in real time as it begins to boom. Make sure you're also following me on Twitter, where I release a lot of different information and infographics, not only about Hedera, but other layer ones and projects that we're all interested in. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. I'll catch you on the next one. Cheers.